Hey guys. Hi. This is literally what I put up with. 99% of the time when I call him on Skype, this is what I see. And he'll sit like this. I'll have something really important to say. I'll be like, "Oh my god, dude, I just found," and he just sits and does this. Yeah. Until I like hang up on him or make him laugh in some weird way. That's how you break that spell. All right. We got cards in hand. Episode 16, 1-6. You know what? That's 4 months, by the way, for January 23rd, 2014.
Yeah, it is.
Not bad. I like it.
Pretty good. I think we're doing pretty good.
I like it a lot. I want to show something right before we get started here. I made a video about this, and I haven't put it up yet. I think I'm gonna release it. But
oh yeah,
a lot of people ask me what Loot Crate is because I always show up with this box. I hold all my decks in here, and I just got one the other day, and it's like this massive, huge version of it for some reason. It's like larger. But I was opening it, I was recording it, and I ended up finding they came with this pack of. You know more about this game than I do, right? The Star Wars thing.
Oh yeah.
It comes with these. You have to build them yourself, but they're these little like super awesome. It's like a card game mixed with like a tabletop element to it. And I just thought it was like the coolest damn thing. These little speeders I had to put together, so it's not focusing on there. But
what's really cool about it is that some of the starter packs came with these little flame things. Yeah, so when you fire like at an X-wing and you damage one of the wings, you can put that. You can put that on it as a signify that it took a damage.
That's what that is.
Yeah.
It's this.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh,
it's like a little smoke trail, you know.
I was trying to figure out what that was for.
Yeah, because you're flying, so the smoke is going like this.
Right. That's really cool. That's a cool game, and I want to check it out too. If anyone's ever played it, let me know. I mean, I know you know of it.
I had to learn to play it when I worked at Air Traffic Kites and Games.
Okay.
Because we were like, okay, because like every couple months or so, we had that little green table by the register, and it had a new game on it every couple months, and we had to demo it to people if they wanted to learn how to play it, and that was one of them. And then we did Warhammer for another, and then we did some other ones. Hero Clicks, Halo Clicks a couple times, but yeah, that's like the second expansion, I think, or that might be the fifth expansion. I don't remember, but it's pretty fun.
Yeah, so
it's really easy to learn.
Is it?
Yeah.
I really liked the building element of it. So now that I've done this, now I think it sucks that I discovered this now because now I kind of want to play like Warhammer.
Yeah, no, it's like that Star Wars game is almost like Pirates. If you ever heard of that, they were pirate ships that came in a card, and you had to poke out the things and build it.
Sure.
Yeah, and that's also by WizKids, and then they thought it'd be cool to, do that.
That's really really cool. But anyway, because when I was playing the intro, I looked over and I saw him sitting there, and I was like, oh god, that's right. I totally want to like talk about that because it's like the coolest damn thing ever.
Yeah, dude.
All right, so let's just jump into it, shall we?
Yeah, I don't got a lot of news.
No,
mainly because Joel thought of a cool main topic, and this
is a good one.
I wanted a little more room for that. Yeah. But I guess some news that I got was really cool is if you go on mtgsalvation.com, they released a whole crap of Born of the Gods spoilers. And it just kind of seems like this set is like really like awesome towards black right now, which is awesome.
Right.
For me. Right. But Eye Gouge is pretty cool. It's an instant. It only costs 1 black. Target creature gets -1 until end of turn. If it's a Cyclops, destroy it.
Oh, that's cool.
So I think good for like this format, maybe. I don't know, because there's like some Cyclopses. I actually think one of these I have right here next to me is a Cyclops. Yeah, like this Polis Crusher. It's not really good, but I mean, a lot of people at the last, not the last PTQ, but the one that they streamed of, the Theros PTQ, there are a lot of decks that did run it. I don't know if that means anything, but That's kind of cool. There's another black card that I thought was really cool, and now I got to remember the name of it.
It's not like the internet's watching you right now, so don't feel any pressure.
Yeah. One thing though, I must say, is something that's weird about this. So, like, obviously Theros and the Born of the Gods and all that is part of the Theros block, and the Theros block is centered around these gods, right?
Right.
And for the Theros set, they introduced devotion, the devotion mechanic, and then in this set, the second part, the Born of the Gods, they're introducing the tribute mechanic, and basically, let me find okay, so Shrike Harpy, it's uncommon. I don't know if it's good or not. Maybe it costs a lot, but it's flying. It's a 2/2 flying, and it costs 2 black and 3, so it costs 5. But it has the ability tribute 2. So if I play it, you can pay tribute to it by putting 2+1/+1 counters on it by making it stronger. But if you don't want it to be stronger, then you don't pay tribute. Then a secondary effect can happen. So if I play it, if tribute wasn't paid, target opponent sacrifices a creature. So it's like, do you want to lose a creature, or do you want to make my Harpy 4/4?
Right.
So it's kind of funny that to put your opponent in that situation. Not all of them are very good. Like, there's not really a lot of things that seem like it would work.
You can't see this, but One Tough Nerd gave us already a screen cap with a.
No, I can't see it.
Oh, that's right, because you can click on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm putting that on the show right now because I think it's awesome. Doesn't even know. That was good. Nice job, man. That was really quick work on that one. Thank you. Before the show even finished, it was done.
Wait, what?
What? Wait, say that again.
I hope you're kidding.
Me too.
It worked for me.
Really?
Yeah.
I love on the air things that happen. Yeah, it works fine for me.
One of our viewers just said that. Okay, well, whatever. We'll figure it out later. I don't.
It's Calvin, so he's probably trolling.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check the email really quick, but keep talking. I'll check.
Sure. But yeah, the tribute mechanic, it seems really cool. A lot of the cards that have it, it doesn't seem very good. Like, they don't seem very good. I don't know. There's a couple of them that I read that may seem good, but I mean, like Farragax Giants. If it wasn't so expensive, it'd probably be better.
Yeah.
But it has, like, if you don't pay tribute, then it deals 5 damage to you when it comes into play. So it's like you can either make him a 5/5, make him stronger, or you can take 5 damage, whatever you want,
Right. No, yeah. It's
that
like,
seems...
Well, it's like, why not take 5 damage, right? No.
Right.
No.
It is like, if I were the defender, I would always just pay tribute. Like, why the hell would I want to do that? And then carry it with another card. You see what I mean? Like, how a lot of these aren't very good. But I don't know. They seem really cool though. Like, they're pretty favorable to black though. It looks like there's a lot of cool black cards. Fate Unraveler. It's an enchantment creature. Whenever an opponent draws a card, Fate Unraveler deals 1 damage to that player. That's hilarious. So every beginning of your opponent's turn, when they do their draw phase, they take 1. That's pretty funny.
Wow. That means if you can stall for 20 rounds, you're good.
I suppose, yeah. I think there's too much removal. It does have 4 toughness though, so I mean that's pretty good. It's basically Underworld Dreams, like, or whatever card that there's an enchantment card that does that too. I don't remember what set it's from, but it's in my EDH deck. But yeah, you should go check that out. www.mtgsalvation.com, and then look for the Born of the Gods spoilers. That's really the only news I had. There's not like a lot of news and other stuff. I
have a little bit of news, but I think we're saving it for Clock to Draw, aren't we?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, okay.
Yeah, we don't really talk Weiss that much on the show anymore because we have another show for that, which I'm okay with.
Yeah, me too.
But the World Grand Prix deck list for for the guy who won
Hmm.
is out. So I mean, there's that. You guys
Oh.
check that out. We talked about that last Sunday.
Yep.
But yeah, American guy won.
Yes. Yep.
Beat a Japanese guy.
Okay, you know what? We're not going to talk about it, but I feel like I should just mention it. We now know what the new foil looks like in Weiss. That's all I'll say. Because I'm not going to show it or anything like that or talk about it, but I think that is important. It's news. Like, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Sorry.
No, it's like, what are you doing?
One Tough Nerd said buddy fight report. Like, seriously, not joking. That might be something that...
Oh, man. You know what I kind of want to do?
Huh.
Kind of want to show the logo. And not explain anything.
Yeah.
Should I do that?
Just do it.
Because you can say no. I don't have to do it.
Nope. Just do it.
Okay.
It was mentioned. It was mentioned last episode on Cards in Hand, and I think you can just show it, and we'll just move on.
Okay, I gotta find the link I just sent really quick. Oh my god, they just released a. Oh my god, what?
Don't get sidetracked.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's there's news about the Sword Art tournament that's happening this weekend. They're showing what the calendar looks like, which is kind of cool. Okay, no sidetrack here. I gotta find the thing.
Anything on Buddy Fight that you want us to talk about will be something to do with this.
Yeah, actually, it will. So I'm gonna throw the logo up on the screen.
Okay.
There, it's right in between us. I can say no more, so don't even try. But I promise you, it will be Buddy Fight related. And like I said, we did mention on the last show a little bit. So.
Yep. What part of that episode? We did mention it. I'm not going to tell you.
Yeah.
But you know.
And it's gone. Poof. Okay. Moving on.
Anyway, so let's just move on to pulls and buys. Oh, actually, for news, I did want to talk about this game. I mean, it's not really news. It's just something I wanted to mention. Mm-hmm. It's a deck building board game that I wanted to play called Boss Monster. I just really, really badly want to play it. I think I might go buy it this week so we can play it.
Yep. Yep.
It says recommended 2 to 3 players or 2 to 4 players, but best with 4 players. This was a Kickstarter thing.
Yep.
Which is, in my opinion, more reason to buy it. Right. Anything like Cards Against Humanity or anything like that is like, to me, is awesome. Like I'm giving my money straight to
Sure.
You know,
just like Cards Against Humanity.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know, it's some guys that came together and, hey, you know what would be cool? We should make this because I know a lot of people are going to love it. And it's like, oh, that's kind of weird. It's almost like you're saying that, you know,
mm-hmm.
that indie movies and indie video games are better. Oh, okay, anyway.
Well, they can be, or they can be extremely pretentious, but yeah.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
But yeah, a friend of mine has, actually, it looks like a lot of people have Boss Monster, but a friend of mine has and said it was really fun, so definitely want to check it out. Lightning Helix has it.
Lightning Helix, thanks for telling us that you had that.
Yeah, thanks.
I also noticed that...
Also, thanks for bringing it up to level up so we can all play it.
I also noticed that Bale the Wolf is in the chat room.
Oh, what's up, dude? Bale the Wolf. I haven't seen you in forever, bro.
I still have something of his. I was supposed to buy him a 13 by 19 frame that he got for like this. Like, you should see it. It's like this graphic design. Like, it's like a Star Fox or whatever, but it's like a minimal like.
Right.
It looks really cool. Anyways, moving on to pulls and buys and reports. I don't really have that many, except for the fact that I'm pretty sure I'm going to finish my modern this week, because or not my modern, my standard deck. I'm building red aggro, and a while ago, like a long time ago, in a land far, far away, I bought 8 of the cards for like $1.50
mm-hmm.
at Collectibles, Cedar Cliff Collectibles in Cliff Road in Egan. 4 Fanatic of Magus and 4 Lightning Strikes. Oops, I dropped one. Whoops. But yeah, these cards were pretty easy to find, and I'm probably just gonna order the rest on TCG Player. Mm-hmm. But this card, and I already have 4 Boros Reckoners because of Lightning Helix. So I mean,
that's right.
That's awesome. So I might do that. I might look into that. Oh, actually, I do have another pull in Biden report. I'll say it for Clock to Drop. Okay,
yeah, because I was gonna say that too, but yeah.
Yeah, don't worry.
I actually have a buy too that I didn't even tell you about that I did today, but I'll say that for Clock to Draw. Okay.
Okay, all right. Hey, so Clock to Draw every Sunday night at 11 p.m. Be there or be rhombus, as Bale.
It's a white show. You know you like it.
Let's move on to okay. That's another. Oh, and Joel got something.
What did I get?
That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, that? Yeah, I did. That's right. We already told everybody about it, but that's okay. That was on the other show.
Yeah, I mean, we don't like to tell you guys everything, so I mean, screw you guys. So I mean,
we got a good giveaway, but we can't talk about it yet. Are we moving on to the main topic right now?
Yes, let's move on to the main topic. The main topic is
hold on a second.
I said go ahead, Joel.
I know you did. I know you're excited about this because I am too.
I'm just gonna interrupt you every time now.
That's fine. I'm used to that anyway. The main topic tonight is kind of serious, right? It's an affliction that a lot of people suffer from. Quietly, sometimes not so quietly. I know that Sam and myself suffer from it. We try really, really hard.
I mean, I've been to the doctor,
but there's nothing they can do.
It's not really anything that, like, yeah.
We try really hard to like not let it out in public and to not like let people know about it because it's really embarrassing.
Yeah. Basically,
what the scientific term for it is having a case of the butthurt. It's a really serious affliction.
It's horrible.
It's horrible. And it can attack, when you're with your friends, when you're in a professional tournament setting, it can hit you anywhere. But, and there is no cure.
No.
Or is there? No, there's not. If there was,
there might be. We're just not seeing it because,
So I originally thought the cure for butthurt was playing a game you enjoy with a friend.
Yeah.
Nah, that's not true anymore.
See, now you're okay. Like just to bring up, we did have this conversation about 10 episodes ago. The casual versus competitive or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then when we said our conclusion was to just have fun. It's a game.
I have fun when I win. Look, man, this is like whatever. This was gonna be our topic for Clock to Draw because this generally happens when we're playing Vice. But then it started happening when we were playing DC deck building. It started happening when we were playing Magic. It started happening when we were playing every single other game in the history that we've ever played. And it's like, okay, what is butthurt?
Well, butthurt is when you're so mad about... Okay, I'll just use an example.
Mm-hmm. Please do.
Me and you are playing the game. You somehow draw everything you need, and I somehow don't draw everything I need. Or, let's say we're playing HeroClix. Roll every roll you need, and I miss every roll I need. Or, whatever, what have you. Or we're playing Smash Brothers. My controls are fumbly or something, and I lose every match, even though I am clearly the better competitor at Smash Brothers.
I will never play Smash Brothers with you ever again, by the way.
Yeah, I know you won't because I'm a freaking G, okay? Like,
dude, playing against me is like you getting in a boxing ring with a kindergartner, okay? It's not fair. God.
I learned from the best,
whatever.
The Wolf. So, like, the thing is, because those things happen, the person losing becomes so offended, upset, mad, disrespected, annoyed, heaved, and that all becomes one kind of ephemeral, makeshift, make-believe dong.
Oh, here you go.
And it goes up your butt.
Bay of the Wolf. According to Urban Dictionary, butthurt is an inappropriately strong negative emotional response from a perceived personal insult, characterized by strong feelings of shame, frequently associated with a cessation. What is that? Cessation. Wow, I couldn't say it. Of communication and overt hostility towards the aggressor. Adam got butthurt when Mike stole his blank. Okay, so that's. I guess it goes into other territories than games.
I mean, that's pretty appropriate.
I want to say that butthurt started with games.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd be wrong to say that.
No.
Like that term, right?
The first time I heard is when you said it, like when we first met.
Oh my god, really?
It was something like we were talking about somebody and they were being like a jerk, and you were like, no, she's just butthurt because of this or whatever, right? Because somebody said something.
Right.
I don't remember. Oh, you know what? It was something like me and Joel are graphic designers when we were taking critiques and we gave someone a critique or Todd gave someone a critique and they got like upset about it and like got all offended. Something, and it's like it was like, oh, she's just butthurt because, or he's just butthurt because he sucks or whatever, like I don't remember, but that's the first time I heard it and I laughed so hard when I heard it.
Chat room is filling in the blank. I said Adam got butthurt when Mike stole his blank, and chat room says virginity.
Evil FCR known that. Says virginity.
This is almost like a chat room version of Cards Against Humanity right now. Go guys.
Yeah.
Fill in the blank, please.
Anyways, I mean, I would like to share some personal stories of my butthurt, and I mean, I would like to see if any of our viewers feel the same way. In fact, I know a couple of our viewers right now feel the same way about certain situations that I've been in that have ended me up, ended with me being butthurt,
Yep.
So, but I mean, I want to hear from you because I know you haven't played in many tournaments. You've just been playing mostly local tournaments. I know you play a lot of Hearthstone, so it's like,
oh my god, sometimes.
But even when playing casually with me though.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to hear what your biggest butthurt was so far.
So far? Ooh, wow. I think my biggest butthurt so far. Does it have to be a very specific incident, or can it be like a certain set or deck or?
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
Oh man. I don't know, man. I just want to say not being able to play in that Weiss tournament that one time, but that has nothing to do with losing. That's just they just wouldn't let me play when I had my English set. But as far as like, it's a tie between Weiss Schwartz Shana deck or Weiss Schwartz D2 deck. I hate those so bad.
Oh my god.
Oh god, they just piss me off because. I know actually I had good luck last night against you, and I think this is why we cemented that we're going to talk about this today. You just got screwed. I will build decks specifically to go over decks that I hate that you have, and then it doesn't work. It's like, oh my god, like I put in so much time and effort into trying to find a way to go over this, and you're just like, oh, I'm just going to play the same card that I keep playing all the time, and you lose. See, you know what's funny is like our butthurt little exchanges that we have are some of like the funniest things we say to each other too.
Right. Yeah, right.
Because like we're never mad, right? We're just butthurt, right? And then it's over within like 10 seconds. Like you always know when it's happening too, because we're joking and all of a sudden one of us gets really quiet, and then we just go, "Oh my god, whatever."
Or something that I do a lot, and especially when I played in tournaments that I've like even been invited to for Vanguard, or like Vanguard especially is probably when I've been the most butthurt. But like something I do is I mumble and I like excuse me because I'm about to swear right now, but like I'd be like fucking bullshit, like I kind of like under whisper it, like it's loud enough to hear, but it's like quiet enough so not everyone knows,
Right.
But like
one thing I always say is, "'Cause why not?" Right?
Yeah.
When it's like, oh, I'm gonna hit you for 5, actually 6. It's like, oh, and then you take it. You're like, yeah, because why not?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or like, I remember too, like, one of the first times I played a standard tournament back when I was playing like Zendikar block.
Mm-hmm.
Like the guy that I was playing knew that I had been pretty recent to it, and he was like, I think he thought he would just roll over me, because he thought I didn't know what I was doing. And he just got real, like you said, he got real quiet and was just like, whatever.
Right.
Like he said, he was just like, whatever.
Right.
And it was just like, please. Or like, okay, like at Pokemon tournaments, some people that I knew that played were always just like freaking trash, whatever. They said like that's like a term in Pokemon, like trash. They're like, dude, that's trash and you're trash. And it's like, dude, grow up. Like, seriously? But like, I know for me, one of my biggest butthurts so far was getting invited to a tournament in Iowa for Vanguard team tournament. Going there and getting completely rolled over by a bunch of just like people who didn't even like. It begs the question, like, were they noobish or was I just so noobish that I thought I was so good that I'm actually noobish? Like, but like actually, two of the people in the chat room, Evil Yard Gnome and Lightning Helix, were there with me, and we all just got rolled over. Lightning Helix was on one team, and Evil Yard Gnome was on my team. We were called Team Fat Guy Rule.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know what Fat Guy Rule is that Legion Games, if you are a bigger person and you have to play somebody, they have to come to you where you're sitting.
That's the Fat Guy Rule.
That's Fat Guy Rule.
Yeah.
So we were called Team Fat Guy Rule, and like we went there thinking like, oh, we're gonna bust some shit, right? We're gonna get like second place, and we're gonna go to New York or whatever. Nah. It didn't happen.
Nope.
It was just dumb. I was so pissed.
One tough nerd. Your Darkrai is trash. God, my Darkrai is normally so much better, even though they're the same Darkrai.
That's exactly. Oh my god, that's exactly what happened.
Are you serious?
No, I'm serious. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm serious. Mirror match. Like you can mirror match somebody and they'd be exceptionally butthurt, even though you just played the deck better than they did.
Or you just got cards that you needed more than they did.
Yes.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing too. It all depends on the game, because I know Vanguard is mostly luck. So it's like, yeah. See, like in Vanguard, I feel like I got more butthurt than when I played Weiss, because with Weiss, it's literally every once in a blue moon that I'll draw every climax and not cancel anything. So you'll level me up with my whole deck. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I've done that to people. Actually, I did that to Chris, the guy who opened the Chaos boxes.
Oh, okay. Yep.
I did that to Chris. He didn't cancel anything, and I leveled him up with his whole deck. He didn't cancel anything at all.
See,
and it was just
we've done that before, where we draw the opening hand and it's like 4 or 5 climaxes. And it's like, but we always let each other reshuffle.
Yeah.
Because it's not fun. And here's okay, so butthurt is a thing, but but every time you get butthurt when we're playing Weiss, what's like the first thing I say? I'm always like, dude, I'm sorry. Like, God,
yeah,
God.
no, yeah.
It's like, and you feel so bad because
and I think it's because
not
we
having
love
a good
Weiss
time.
so much.
Right.
And I think it's because we love Weiss so much, where it's just kind of like it makes it not fun. Because the best Weiss matches are those down to the nitty gritty.
Right.
I just kind of rolled over Chris. I laid him down. I tied him to a chair. I slapped him around a little bit with my dick, and then took a steamroller and just, you know what I mean?
Right.
It just like it sucks. It does suck. You know what I mean? Depending on the game, though. And like Evil Yard Gnome says, I'm still butthurt the one time Sam beat me in Pokemon against my speed drill deck. Here's another situation of butthurt that I'd like to point out too. It actually really, I get really butthurt when somebody who like completely just like is completely new to the game. They play like the worst plays ever and they still beat you in some crazy way. I also get really butthurt about that. Yeah. But, yeah,
Takes second in a tournament, his like third time playing the game. Get out of here.
Yeah. So like, when I started playing Pokemon, I didn't build a deck that was in the meta. I built a kind of a weird deck. It was Shiftry, and Shiftry's Pokemon power was if your opponent has to flip a coin, treat it as tails.
Oh.
And
Oh wow.
and
Okay.
the deck that I was playing against Evil Yard Gnome, actually. I was playing against Ryan, and he had a deck called Speed Drill. It was called Speed Drill for a reason. It basically meant that turn 2 or 3, he had all of his Speed Drill out, or his B Drill out. It was a really cool deck.
Mhm.
And for some reason, he didn't draw the cards he needed, so I kind of just rolled over it.
Right.
It came to one of those situations where I would have beat this noob if I just drew what I needed, and for some reason, I didn't draw what I needed.
Right.
And I think it was also because some of the stuff that he needed to search for the other stuff was in his prizes. That's another thing about that game. Yeah, see, that's another mechanic about that game that can contribute to Butthurt.
Right.
The own disease.
In Buddy Fight, there, so you draw your 6 cards, and then you immediately blind stock 2 cards. Right.
Yes, it's like Xanax kind of.
Right.
Yeah.
I have probably, and I cannot believe you didn't say this, but too late because I'm telling it now. The best Butthurt story that I've ever experienced with you was at school.
What?
Rick?
Oh my god. Okay, wait. Let me tell it. Okay.
You know it's good when this happens. No, wait.
I just want to point out. that extremist butthurtitis is not curable.
No, it's not.
And this happened years ago, maybe like a year and a half ago.
Yeah, that's about
or
right.
so, and I still have it. Okay, like this is not something that's curable. It can be treated. It's okay. It's like this is bull crap. So basically, all of us in that graphic design class, especially our teacher Todd, we're all pretty nerdy kids.
Mm-hmm.
And this older guy Rick and his son Cody were just buying a bunch of Magic cards because they just wanted to start playing.
Well, we also we started a gaming night there where we would play card games and stuff. Yeah.
We were just going. Yeah, it was a school thing. Other people from other classes could come.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I don't know if anyone did, but I had my Red White Allies Zendikar standard deck that I had with me. At that time, obviously it was rotated out, but I still had it built. So I brought that with Rick's, random deck he just made with a bunch of random cards and
yeah, he spent like $80 on these cards, and he was just like, "Make me a deck," right? It's like, no, make your own. But yeah,
right, yeah. And it was broken, like it was so dumb. I didn't draw any mana, therefore couldn't summon anything, and my whole deck is based on summoning things. Like when one ally comes into play, another ally's effect goes off and his effect goes off. When another ally comes into play, their effects go off and his effect goes off. You know what I mean? If I can't summon anything, you know what I mean? Like so like he basically rolled over me like 20 to 1 or 19 to 1 or something. It
was ridiculous. It was over super quick.
Yeah.
Sorry, my phone just went off and it's like behind here. So I can't go get it. Go on, as I muted myself for a while.
No, it's fine. It just sucks because that's it was just this guy who is completely he's such a whitey.
And he rubbed it in too. Big time.
Yeah, no, everybody in the class, including Todd and Joel, my teacher Todd, my teacher, rubbed it in so hard.
Because every time it would get kind of quiet or whatever, it would calm down. I would be like, "Man, Rick beat your ass, right?"
Right, and it got to this point where everyone in the classroom was commenting on me on Facebook and saying, right?
Because I made a Facebook status.
Right after Rick beat me, he posted a status saying he tagged me and said, "Sama beat your ass in Magic," right? And then everybody in the classroom was like, "LOL," commenting on it, and
in the middle of class too.
It just in the middle of class while Todd was lecturing, right. And he didn't even care. He knew it was going on.
Because he was commenting on it too, even.
Yeah, even during his lecture. So then, they stopped for a little bit. We kind of calmed down. It was 15 minutes had passed, and all of a sudden, the dean of students comes in and says, "Hey, Sam, I heard you just got destroyed," and walks out. And I was like, "What? Who told you? Where did you come from?" Everyone started laughing. I got up and went to the bathroom and said, "Wow, FML," right?
And then we started applauding. It was so perfectly done, right?
And then I thought to myself, I have to figure this out. Either Todd texted him just now, or Joel messaged him on Facebook to tell him to come and do that. And then later, a month or so, or a couple months later, we figured out that he just took a guess, and came in and decided to say it because he saw it on Facebook. And I was like,
it was actually. because with that class, once we started laughing about stuff, it was really hard to like stay on track. So it was really close to like break time. You know, like we had to take a break because we just could not get focused. And he comes in and he was all serious. He was like, "Hey Sam, can I have a word with you?" Or whatever. What did he even say? Because he didn't bust in with that. He was like, "Sam, I need to have a word with you."
Right.
And all of a sudden he's like, "I heard you just got destroyed," and then gone. And then we all broke out into applause, and we're like, "Okay, it's break time. We literally cannot go on anymore. This is way too fucking ridiculous."
Right.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's my.
That was I think the funniest Butthurt story that I've ever seen with you personally.
Yeah.
And yep, that was good. You had to be there, right? For that one. That was just perfectly done.
Anyways, the main topic is this because there's a line, okay? Like, when's it acceptable to get butthurt? When is it not? Or is it even acceptable at all? I mean, number one, I think Joel said it best. Nobody likes losing. Ever. And I don't think it's about that. Because if I have like even like when I played fighting games, I would play Street Fighter at these tournaments at school, and I would play like I've never played before. Like these guys were so good that they just kept me on my toes the whole time. I couldn't do anything.
Right.
It was so fun because I got him. It was like fighting a boss that was like extremely hard. You know what I mean? It was so fun, and I didn't even care that I got like destroyed because it was super fun. I got so close to winning. You know what I mean?
Right.
But when it's something like in Vanguard, let's say, where you get double critted or without healing, or you know what I mean? There's only 4 heal triggers in a 50 card deck. It's like, you know what I mean?
Right.
You may have already drawn them or whatever. So it's like, okay, what the hell do I do?
I was just noticing because you mentioned fighting games and stuff. Other than people that do stupid things like infinite combos and really cheap stuff, fighting game is skill. Right, so like getting butthurt in a fighting game is kind of like, oh, you're just not as good. Getting butthurt in a card game, you can have the best deck in the world and not draw what you need. You shuffled weird, like things are clumped. It's like, oh, so like in card games, it happens a lot more. Even though I don't play fighting games with you because I hate playing fighting games with you because you're so much better than I am, and I get butthurt because you do cheap stuff.
See right there.
See, yeah.
Extremist buttitis.
The only thing we could ever play was MVC3, and then he started learning how to do all those stupid infinite things But
no, it wasn't. They weren't infinite. They were just the right combos.
Oh, you do it until your opponent's health is gone. So technically it ends. So it's not infinite. Jackass. Sentinel, huh?
Well, no, because even the Dr. Doom combo is okay. Anyways, forget it. Just like okay, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
Like with card games, it happens a lot because again, you can have the best ratios, the best everything, and just not get anything. We've done it.
Yeah.
We've done it many times. How many times have you been like, "Oh, go," right? Because you can't play anything. There's nothing that you can do in that entire turn, and it's just like it's the worst feeling in the world and then I feel bad because then I'm like, well, do I be a jackass and load my field right now and just hit you for like 8?
Right.
And then I do, and then it goes through, and then I'm like, oh god, I'm sorry, but I'm still winning. It's like those victories don't feel good, Right. They don't. They
Bea the Wolf says, "Isn't butthurt just a pride thing, bruised ego and all?"
In fighting games.
No, I mean even I guess in card games kind of too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because a lot of the times I've gotten butthurt, it's been times where I've gotten expecting like, oh, I'm gonna rate this dude, right?
Sure.
Or this person, and it's like, oh, it doesn't happen at all. It's a complete 180 of what you thought was gonna happen.
Right.
And that's my fault, because in Vanguard you can't expect ever to win.
Right.
In Vanguard, if anything can go wrong, it will go wrong.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
That's just the nature of that game.
Mm-hmm.
For Pokemon, though,
I hate Pokemon. I'll never play that with you ever.
I love Pokemon.
I know you do.
But right now, not really. But I mean, I've talked about it, and you've heard me talk about it. Like in Pokemon, there were some matches in Pokemon where I was definitely like, man, that was a lot of fun, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there were some that that I played where I just got completely like nothing worked. Nothing was going the right way. The deck wasn't doing what it was supposed to be doing.
Yep.
You know, the cards were in the wrong spot. It was just a complete bad setup. There was no setup. I didn't get set up at all. You know what I mean?
Right.
In some cases, in some formats for Pokemon, if you got set up, whether it was before or later in the game, you still had a chance. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, you know what I mean? It's very situational to get butthurt. But when it's something out of your, you know why it is that way? It's because it was out of my control.
Sure.
You know what I mean? You can't not shuffle your deck in any card game before you start playing. Okay,
Right.
It's a card game. The draw phase, the card you draw is at random. You shuffle your deck. It's just like any card game, right? So it's out of your control. What you get is out of your control, unless you're playing blue. Anyway,
so much butthurt.
Yeah, but it's like it sucks when it's not in your not in your control. When you can't control what you thought you knew how to control, it doesn't work that way.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I just had a thought too.
Yeah.
I get butthurt in Weiss because sometimes you're spending $160 upwards of $300 and some dollars just for a set, and then when you just can't win with it, it's like, oh my god, it frustrates you.
Yeah, that's
because you invest money. Like, it's not like a game where you spend like $60 on the game and you lose a couple times, and it's a deck. You spend lots of money on these cards sometimes.
Right. I think that's a way bigger butthurt. That's a whole nother part of butthurt. That's almost its own kind of butthurt.
Yep. Whose fault is that? Obviously, it's our fault for buying the cards.
Yeah.
but it's still, it's like, God, come on.
And I think that's why I started gravitating towards Weiss and back into Magic, because I love Weiss Schwartz so much. I get way less butthurt with Weiss.
Yeah.
And I love the game so much that I can play it casually forever. So if the game dies, I don't care.
Right. Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
The thing about Magic, I'm building the standard deck right now. It's not costing me a whole lot for one. But anyway, I can use this later to play casually with other people, or change it into a really cool black-red modern deck, or whatever. You know what I mean? So that is kind of an investment. I can play with these things forever. You know what I mean?
Right.
With Pokemon, for me, it got too expensive. There's no unlimited set. If it was up to Wizards of the Coast, which they don't have the rights to the Pokemon card game anymore, there probably would have been different formats, unlimited formats. That may be a whole another.
That's true. Yeah, that's a good point. Actually, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, that might be a whole another main topic. But I mean, it sucked because me and my brother spent a lot of money on boxes. He traded so many cards for me, and helped me build that deck. I still have that deck. If I were to price it out, how much it costed when I built it, it'd probably be like $200, $300.
So I'm gonna quote a very brilliant person here. Whose fault is that?
No, it's ours.
Right. And Bear the Wolf is really classing up the chat. He's bringing up some really good points. I feel kind of like a jerk for saying the things that I'm saying now. But Bear the Wolf said, "Isn't that just pay to win when you spend money on a deck in?" Yes and no. See, basically what I'm trying to say there is I'm not, because I don't buy singles other than the one time that I bought one, and I didn't expect that card to make me win every time. See what I'm saying on that one?
Plus, Weiss Schwartz is not so much a buy to win game.
It's not. It's
Yu-Gi-Oh is.
Right. Oh, absolutely. Oh my God.
Yu-Gi-Oh is pay to win.
Yeah, obviously. But like, you know, by spending when I say spend $160 on a deck, that's just like you're buying boxes of cards and I'm assembling them. And then when you lose, it's like, well, I just, you know, damn it. You
Right.
know, like, or I'm not saying just lose once, but like, if like my Fate Zero deck, actually, I took that thing apart. I don't play it anymore. Well, I made it into a troll deck, but it never did anything for me. I just could never win with it. It didn't do anything good. I got a little frustrated because I felt like I wasted my money on that one. I don't know what it was about that, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I do.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if it's about, you know, buy to win. It's just like the time you invest,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and the money. And whose fault is that? It's the player's fault. It's always going to be the player's fault.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So basically, I guess my conclusion, my own personal conclusion, is know what you're getting into. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I thought about it. I didn't think about when I got into Pokemon. I didn't think about all that stuff.
Right.
I just thought about building a deck and playing.
Yep.
When I got into Vanguard, same thing.
Mm-hmm.
The only things I looked at about Vanguard is, was it a rotating card game?
Right, because you had been burned from Pokemon already.
Yeah.
Yep.
From it being a rotating card
Yeah.
game. And then Calvin was like, nope. It's just there's a ban list, there's a small ban list. And I was like, okay. And I built a deck.
Yep.
Going into White Schwartz and back into standard Magic, being that Magic has, you know, like 5 or 8 million formats.
Right.
I looked at those investments really hard. Anytime I spend money on a dead card game or a board game now,
Mm-hmm.
it's invested into this show.
Right.
So now I don't care so much as I did then.
Right.
But you know, I guess it's just like know what you're getting into before you start a card game. You know what I mean?
Yep. That's true. Like if you're gonna invest your life and time into something that it's your new main game,
You're gonna
really
lose.
know. Yeah. Exactly.
You know.
Yep. Yeah. Just like Buddy Fight. Buddy Fight's gonna be pay to win. I know it.
I feel like
absolutely know
with
it.
I feel like with what I've heard, that's kind of like Bushiroad's Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh, don't worry, dude. I'll be over there like within 45 minutes here. We're gonna be playing it. I'm gonna teach you how to play.
Oh.
What? No.
Quiet, everybody.
Get out of here. See? God, you always do this. This is literally probably 85% of our conversations over Skype are that.
Oh my god.
And it's me sitting here like this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, like, what can we do about Butthurt? I mean, there's really nothing we can do.
Treat it. You know, you can treat Butthurt.
Can you? What can you do?
You can't cure it. I mean, if you want to treat it, it's and here's the thing. They say the same thing about cancer. Early detection, right? Is the best way to treat cancer is early detection.
Sure.
So the thing about Butthurt is know what you're getting into. You know what you're investing your time into,
right?
And your money, because it's I didn't do that with Pokemon or Vanguard, and look what happened.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean. With Magic and in White Schwartz, I don't care. You know what I mean. If I buy a Victory Spark deck or a Xenex deck on eBay tomorrow, I'm not going to care because I'm not going to take those games seriously. I'm going to buy them just to learn how to play them, so I can break it out with whoever.
Right. That's true. That's why.
So that's also a different thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's why I can look over and look at an Angerverge set, a Harry Potter set, all these different sets that we buy, just because they're probably unbalanced and unfair. Who cares? We're just playing them because we want to learn how to play, so we can talk about it.
Right.
Unlike DC deck building.
That is a weird kind of Butthurt.
That's a whole other level of Butthurt right there.
Yeah, because you're sharing the main deck, so it's like
that's the Butthurt that keeps going too.
Right.
Because, like, okay. Okay. So, like, when you had Superman, um, knowing that you're going to play it every time you deck out, you're going to eventually get it back.
Right.
Right? And if you don't get that back, you're going to get something that looks for it back. And if you don't get that back, you're going to get something that looks for the thing that looks for Superman.
Yeah.
So I just know that every couple rounds, you're going to have stupid Superman out there. It's like, damn. And I did that to you, too. And that's when you were like, maybe we should take this card out. But, like, that's like the butthurt that keeps hurting every couple rounds.
Right, yeah.
It just keeps coming back. You're like, God, you're doing the same thing, huh? Yep, okay.
It's the butthurt that happens before and after you set up the game. It's like,
dude, the last time we played DC, we left Superman in, and you were so butthurt.
oh my lord!
You were so
It wasn't
butthurt.
even about Superman. It was about every other thing that happened.
Yep. Every time his turn would be over, we'd flip the new card, and it would be something good, and I would take it. And I even took Superman. I didn't use him once, but I still beat the crap out of you.
For those who haven't played DC deck building game, it's like Ascension, and you build your deck as cards come along, and you buy them with power, and you build your deck that way. And every time my turn ended, the new card that would flip where it was able to be bought or gained would happen on his turn, and it was like, I need that. Like,
yep, I got all the Suicide Squad cards. I got everything.
Right. It was butts.
Major butthurt on that one. I didn't even feel
Lightning
bad.
Helix, or One Tough Nerd said drugs, powerful drugs. Treat butthurt with powerful drugs. And then Lightning Helix said dat hydrocodone APAP. I actually got prescribed hydrocodone for my shoulder. Maybe I'll start using it for my butthurt.
You should. I already know what the thumbnail for this episode is going to be. I'm just going to put a bottle of Preparation H on there.
Yeah. Yeah, I got some hydrocodone left if you want some.
Start handing out at tournaments. And actually,
yeah, start handing out at tournaments.
Like I said, I'll be over there to play games. Maybe you should save it for me tonight.
Yeah, I probably will.
I get butthurt a lot over there.
For those of you who don't know, I busted a muscle in my shoulder, and I had to go to the doctor. I told my mom about it for the first time the other day, and she got so pissed that I didn't tell her.
Wow.
And she was like, "Ay, Dios mío, cabros."
Your mother.
I'm your mother.
Your mom's awesome.
I know. It was just hilarious. It's like, I was like, "Dude, I'm fine. Like, whatever, right?"
Mm.
And then she's always like telling me like, "Don't be spending money on card games." It's like, Mom, don't worry. I'm only spending it on crack. Don't worry about it, right? And she's like, "Ay, Dios mío." Why you talk with your mother like that, cabrones?
Now, would she rather you do crack or card games?
Card games.
Do you think crack is more expensive of a habit than card games?
Yeah, probably.
Do you really? Like, look at me.
You'd spend money if you were addicted to crack and you like had to fix for it. You'd spend money as much as you could, as fast as you could, trying to get it. So you had it all the time.
But you know how I am with card games and buying things.
That might be a whole nother main topic.
I think so, because I'm starting to think that if I had access to the money, I actually might be worse off with card games.
Oh well.
Look at that. Crack is better for me.
You could invest in a game shop and get all that shit discounted. And you'd still be making money because other people would be buying this stuff.
No, they wouldn't, because I'd have it all.
Oh.
Is it sad that I want to open up a card shop just so I can have everything?
Yeah.
It's true, though.
Close it down right after you buy everything.
Well, that was Bay of the Wolf brings up MMOs are cracked. You know, that was a whole point I was going to bring up about. Because, like, Butthurt's in MMOs, too, big time. It's that random number generator.
Yeah.
That you run the same dungeon every, flipping day for, like, 6 months, and you don't get that one piece of gear that you really need, and then the one time it drops, someone else wins it. It's like,
yeah.
God, you just want to. That's how people get murdered over MMOs. Like, people will go to people's houses over gear and kill them. Right?
Lightning Helix says, would Joel buy crack in bulk or as singles? Probably not.
It would be.
He'd probably buy the booster boxes of them.
Yeah, I would definitely buy the booster crack. Yeah, absolutely. Because
Bay of the Wolf would say that too because he's huge on FF14 right now.
Yeah. What a nerd. No, I'm just kidding. I play it too. Yeah, you know, I tried buying singles crack once, and I just didn't like how it made me feel. So now I only buy in bulk. I don't buy singles anymore.
You know, buying the singles gives you a different high. It's like it's weird.
It didn't give me a high. I opened up the pack and I felt like I was gonna throw up. I was like all sick and sweating, and I felt so
Oh my
dirty.
god.
You've seen Ace Ventura, right?
Yeah.
You know the scene when he's in the shower and he finds out that the girl he slept with was a guy?
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened, basically, when I opened up my envelope of my single card. I was in the shower, like, brushing my tongue with shampoo, whatever the hell he was doing, and
Yeah. Plunging his face.
that's how it made me feel.
Finkel is Einhorn. Einhorn is Finkel.
Laces out.
Ugh.
Wow, that was a tangent. I like that, though.
There's a funny WoW card that's called Finkel Einhorn.
Oh, yeah. He's
It's a quest card.
Yeah. Finkel Einhorn is, oh, wow, yeah, that's definitely, okay.
Yeah.
It's funny because I've always known that character, but I didn't realize that was an Easter egg.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I love about Blizzard. They always be shouting.
Oh! Someone started playing some Hearthstone.
Oh, that was news. Sorry.
Yeah. Hearthstone's an open
not
beta. It's not. Oh, I don't care because I already posted it on the
right,
Cards and Hand page. But even still, Hearthstone's an open beta. Go get it. There's no reason why you shouldn't go get it right now.
It's free. It's super simple. It's super fun. It's the wild card game simplified into this free, Blizzard game.
In a gorgeous presentation.
Yeah, yeah. As always, I mean, Blizzard never really fails to present.
Nope. No, you guys have seen me stream it. Now you can go get it.
Right.
Go get it. Sam got it, and now I'm like, dude, play it, and he's like, oh, right, and I'm like, well, you got to go through all the tutorials, and you're like, oh, and then all of a sudden, like, come and say to you're like, oh, this game's pretty cool. You just kept being like, okay, this is pretty fun.
And you know what? Me and Joel actually will be streaming that on a new show.
Oh my god, is this another new show? What the hell? See, stop. Hey, snap out of it, buddy.
Where's that piece of paper?
Oh, you're gonna tease it now. Your background is going crazy. That's okay.
No, because I moved it.
I know.
I was trying to look at Trisha to tell me where those papers were. Where are those? The papers I had all the drawings on. Hold up. There, yeah, give me that one, right there, that one. Shout out to the helmswoman and producer Trisha. So there's me and Joel. We're just place the cards down. Good card. That's all you get.
Oh, that's right. The actual name is the best, and I'm not gonna say it.
That's all you get.
Yeah. Look at that, 2 new shows on top of the 2 we already have.
Man, that's crazy, man.
That's 4 shows.
I can't wait until cars.
I'm not cutting it. Oh, do you want me to cut the stream? Okay. No, I'm not doing it. Sorry. Okay, guys. Thanks, Sam. Hey, there you go. I hope we all learned something today. Don't get mad. It's not good for you. Yep, that's about it. Okay. Play some music.
Lightning Helix says Cards in Hand is getting the Bushroad syndrome, making a bunch of shows all at once. It's not what you think it is. So, maybe
true.
Before you open your mouth, you be quiet.
Maybe before you open... Yeah, I was going to say that, damn it. Hey, maybe before you open your mouth, maybe you just shut up. Now, Lightning Helix is making me feel butthurt.
Oh. Can't breathe. Lightning Helix, it's not what you think it is, so shut up.
Nope, and we can't tell you what it is. For those who didn't check out the Cards in Hand extra set, we just released it. It was this extremely impromptu. Chris was like, hey, I'm going to open these boxes. And I was like, do you want to stream it? Because let's do this. 4 booster boxes of Chaos TCG, which was interesting to sit and look at. Go check it out. It's on our youtube.com/cardsinhandmn.
Go subscribe to the YouTubies.
Yeah, especially if you want to know what these new things that we're doing are.
Yeah, if you can't subscribe, how are you gonna know, like, when they happen?
It's true. Oh,
Or, you know what? More importantly, if you miss an episode of Cards in Hand,
look, I'm just saying, if you miss episodes of our show, how are you going to know what this is all about? How are you going to know?
oh, that's right. Yeah.
How are you going to know when this is going to go out?
How you gonna?
Oops.
What was that? Wait, flash that real quick again. What was that? Was it? Oh! Wait, one more time.
God, come on, really, dude?
Oh! I'm just saying.
You know what to do. Guys, thank you so much. Here's all the stuff. Go follow it. You're not even on the screen anymore. That was hilarious. Good job on that, man. Twitch.tv/cardsinhandmn, Facebook.com/cardsinhandmn, YouTube.com/cardsinhandmn, and Twitter @cardsinhandmn. This was Cards in Hand, episode 16.
For January 23rd, 2014.
It's the future. You know, we got 1 year left till we got flying cars and like Jaws 16 or whatever the hell it was.
In like 7.5D or something.
Yeah, dude. Alright, guys, we'll catch you on Sunday for Clock to Draw.